This video is going to discuss how to create diminished triads, which is one of the 4 qualities that we can have with triads. So again, as in the other videos, our starting point is going to be the cheat sheet. So as we number our columns, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which I hope you've already done on your own cheat sheet. I'm actually just going to quit with 5 because we're always working with columns 1, 3, and 5, starting with our major scale. So we don't need column 2, we don't need column 4, just 1, 3, 5. So let's start by reviewing major and minor triads. Major triads are exactly what you see on the cheat sheet. Minor triads will change column 3 by lowering the note. And remember, when we lower notes, we have our flow chart. If it's a sharp, we go to the left, it becomes a natural. That natural becomes a flat, and if it starts as a flat, it becomes a double flat. Okay, so in other words, C minor would be C, E flat, G. Now our starting point to do diminished is still the major triad because that's what we get here on the cheat sheet. So it always comes back to the cheat sheet. That's the safest way to get the right answers. So to create a diminished triad, we are going to lower, I'm going to write this down for you, diminished triad, we're going to lower column 3 and column 5. So lower columns 3 and 5. Now let me go back to the cheat sheet. Let's look at it. C, lower the E so it becomes E flat, lower the G so it becomes G flat. So now let's do it on the staff. We have a treble clef, we have C major. Okay, so this is major. Now, to make it diminished, my starting point is still C major. I lower the column, the note that's in column 3, that was the E. So when I lower it, I need to use a flat. But I also have to lower column 5. So that also needs a flat. So you notice that when I wrote these 2 flats, I did not stack them vertically straight up and down. I staggered them side to side. They always have to form a zigzag because if you write them vertically, they become completely unreadable. So we have now created C diminished. So we always keep the bottom note the same as major and make our changes to the top 2 notes. So let's do a different one. Okay, I would like to do D major because we're going to end up with something a little different. If we look at D major, we see we have an F sharp when we look at columns 1, 3, and 5. D, F sharp, A. So let me write that down and then we'll make our changes. So D, F sharp, I better put that F sharp in there, A. Okay, now we need to make a change to both of the top 2 notes. So to make it diminished, we keep the bottom note unchanging just like we did when we had intervals. Now when I lower a sharp, what do I get? Think about it in your head before I show you. When I start with the sharp and I lower it, I get a natural. So I'm going to have F natural. Notice I wrote it way out here to the side. It's because I got to write something else in there. Now when I lower the A, it becomes a flat. So my answer here is D, F, A flat. Major and diminished. Okay, let's do one more. Let's look at, how about D flat diminished. Okay, so I'm going to copy that. We're going to start over here. Okay, so I'm way down at the bottom of the cheat sheet. My major triad is D flat, F, A flat. Okay, so let's write that down as the major triad, D flat, F, A flat. Okay, so now when I lower the chordal third, that's the middle note, it becomes F flat, right? F natural becomes F flat. What's going to happen when I lower the A flat? Let's check our flow chart. It starts out as a flat. Oh my goodness, it becomes a double flat. So here we have a double flat. And that is D flat diminished. It's kind of a scary looking thing, isn't it? So this process will be very easy, provided that you always go back to your major triads on the cheat sheet and know that the only changes you're making are to the column 3 note and the column 5 note.